So Dua Lipa also got married this weekend
I want to give her credit.
to Callum Turner. The only outfits we've seen so far have been
Perfect.
awesome.
I want to give her all the credit in the world. She's known as being the funnest, coolest girl, and she dresses so fun. And a lot of people can't live up to their own hype. I feel like a wedding dress is so tricky because you're trying to reinvent the wheel, and the wheel's been invented, and there's only so much. That welcome dress, she wore a custom Bottega dress that was like their custom interwoven leather, white leather halter. And it like at the bottom, it was all feathers. And she can pull off anything. Everything is like,
she looked amazing.
She looked amazing. It was genuinely unlike anything I've ever seen. It felt both like chic and effortless and like high fashion. I really was like, she fucking did it. She had 2 watches on.
Wow.
All Bulgari, top to taint, multiple colors. She had the matching purse, the matching Bottega purse. Some of the drama that has come out of that first day, though, is that she shut down a town square. And Page 6 was reporting that people were quite pissed about it, that townspeople. I have seen one report that it was a $5,000 permit. I've seen other reports where they were like, her $2 million shutting down of the whole city. Those are 2 very different numbers.
Yeah.
Page 6 quoted the Sun article, which I went then to go read as, an original document. And the things they were quoting just weren't in that original. I was like, so one of the things the Sun reported, or Page 6 reported, the Sun reported, but it wasn't there in the Sun article, was that she forced everybody in this town to sign an NDA. You really can't do that.
Yeah. And she also obviously didn't, because we saw videos.
Yeah, we saw a lot
from the town.
So there was some graffiti being like, our city is not for rent. She shut it down. One lady was like, I had to park my car miles away to walk to work.
This.
I am calling bullshit. What does she think of miles? I don't think all of Palermo is miles.
Yeah.
I believe she had to park farther than normal and maybe walk a little bit more because they shut down some streets.
Yeah, but that also happens for the marathon, I don't know.
Can I say, and here's my thing, and I get private versus public, blah, 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 blah. For Dua Lipa, you let it slide. I'm sorry. What she did was so fun and cool. And I am really interested in her public persona, because very clearly she did give the people this welcome party. She did choose a public square that was absolutely not shut down to anybody, because we saw tons of paparazzi videos from it.
Yeah.
And regular civilian videos.
I'm sure it was shut down for the party area. Yeah. But people, it seemed, had real clear views of what was going on there.
Which is an interesting choice to make, to be like, this one's for the fans. You guys can look at this part and see these details now.
Yeah, I heard Taylor Swift is doing Times Square.
Rehearsal dinner, Times Square. Formal ceremony, Madison Square Garden. And then the reception's actually at Lucy's Cantina Royale, a rooftop Mexican-style cantina where I used to work, wearing cowboy boots and a halter top Hawaiian-style dress. Didn't make sense. We let it slide. It primarily serves businessmen for lunch, but it's got this thing,
I hear it's a lot of men's first quesadilla.
I had a couple
of people. A lot
of
tourists' first time trying Mexican food.
And a lot of people asked me what guacamole was.
Exactly.
A lot of people had never heard of guacamole before. And then they look at me and they go,
"Oh, luckily you've stumbled into Lucy's Cantina Royale. It doesn't get more authentic than this. You, my friend, are in for a treat."
We had this drink that was a frozen margarita with a Corona on top. Does that make sense? You'd leave the bottle in it?
Yeah, that makes perfect sense.
And guess how many of those got dumped down my top?
A lot?
Dozens. Ask me how many times I washed that dress.
None.
Never. Because I changed into it when I got there, and it was just hardened with the thick crisp of a frozen margarita. Anyway, that's where I heard the after party is for
and
Taylor.
They say Corona's all water. Doesn't sound like it. It would have cleaned the dress.
It's just so funny to say she would invite her fans to her wedding. She didn't even do a meet and greet this time.
Yeah.
Eras Tour had no meet and greet.
She was busy.
She was busy doing the Eras Tour.
Wedding planning.
You know what I would do if I was a famous person trying to hide from the public?
What?
I guess, first of all, not be hiding from the public. That's mistake number 1.
Yeah, I mean, the more you go out, the less people care that you're out.
They should go on ship.
Oh.
What if she got married on a submarine?
What if she got married on a naval tanker?
The Intrepid, but they pushed it out.
Oh my God. Carnival Cruise Lines are right there.
Everybody meet at the slip and slide with an umbrella.
Oh my God. And the aisle is you slipping and sliding.
Me and my dad went down a slip and slide together. He slid me down the aisle. He slid me down the slip. Anyway, I get what people are saying. And I saw a lot of people saying, you're not allowed to say Dua Lipa's allowed to do it if Jeff Bezos can't. Why? Jeff Bezos is allowed to steal from employees and like live off of a welfare state because most of his employees live off of benefits while he like cuts taxes. I guess
the reason I'm embarrassed by Jeff Bezos' wedding has nothing to do with the wedding itself. It has a lot to do with who Jeff Bezos is. Like, I feel like watching a billionaire celebrate himself and his fresh boobed wife, it like isn't fun or celebratory to be like, oh, yay, I'm glad you get to have a fun day from all that hard work you put in being on yachts and I get Dua Lipa's on yachts and stuff too. But what she's contributing to society is incredible author interviews.
Yeah, she's like giving culture back to society. And I have to say, the thing about being in Venice, a city that's sinking, and the sinking is being accelerated by climate change, which is being accelerated by your business, Jeff Bezos. I'm sorry, Dua Lipa is literally writing new rules for government. It does matter who people are.
It matters who people are. It matters when someone who is like an evil wealth hoarding billionaire does something versus when like a cool fun pop star does something.
And she's beautiful.
I hate Jeff Bezos and I don't hate Dua Lipa.
And so, we have had personal beef with Dua Lipa.
Exactly. And I've forgiven it because she looks so beautiful.
I said I understand what. If you guys don't know about our beef with Dua Lipa, she put in her newsletter one time that we were her favorite podcast. That was obviously hugely exciting to us. So exciting that
we went to SNL.
We went to SNL, went to the after party when she was the
Congratulations on hosting and performing at SNL tonight. Your gift is your favorite podcasters showed up to say congratulations.
We thought that would be a nice treat for her. And so we went up to her at the after party and I said, excuse me, miss, do you write your own newsletter? And she said, yes, I write every word. She said in a British accent. And I said, oh, okay. Well, then like, it's us. It's us from the newsletter. And I said, you listen to our podcast. She said it was your favorite. And she said, oh, I don't write the podcast. And I said, oh yeah, I know. Like, I didn't think you really wrote the newsletter. She goes, no, I write all the newsletter. And I go, okay, well, it's us from the newsletter. And she said, well, I don't write the podcast recommendations. And I said, interesting, because I did hear from the SNL cast that you do listen to podcasts when you read late mass. So there's opportunity. Why not just be honest about what you're listening to then and not break little girls like mine hearts? Anyway, I'd leave it there, but then the boys behind us were pop-up chefs. They were internationally traveling pop-up chefs.
And they're from the newsletter as her
favorite went up next.
Pop-up chef.
They saw me be brave, as many people do, and they said, I'm going to introduce myself. They said, it's us from, they said, you said we're one of your favorite restaurants. You recommended us. And she goes, oh, I'm sorry, I don't write the pop-up restaurant recommendations either.
She doesn't write the newsletter, but what she does do is provide an incredible forum of recommendations.
Yes. Okay, can I say something? And I want to say that's just as important. Like, and so I said, okay, well then what is she writing? And I looked it up, and that month, the main article on Service 95 was like a deep dive in queer cinema coming out of South Sudan. And I was like, oh, is this what you wrote, Dua Lipa?
And whatever it was, you provided a platform for it. And you provided a platform for us and for the chefs and
for South Sudan queer filmmakers. And I actually think it's just as important, if not more important, to be the editorialist.
Yeah.
To be the person approving and that's fine too, but you didn't have to lie. You don't stop looking me in the eye and saying I wrote every word.
Yeah. Anyway, that being said, we have forgiven her because she looks so cool.
And I think she has really good book recommendations. I really liked plow your field over the bones of the dead bones, plow field, Google it.
Exactly.
It'll pop up.
Everyone knows what you're saying. And to Jeff Bezos, what have you recommended to me that's worth my fucking while?
Can I say a lot of phone cases that didn't end up fitting?
I'll tell you
I'm
what.
now 0 for 2 in buying phone cases off of Amazon, I'll be honest.
And it's hard to fucking tell what's even going to work because there's like promoted within Amazon products that have like bazillions of reviews and you're like, is this truly the best vacuum cleaner or is Amazon promoting it because they get a fucking kickback?
The only way to know is to do a deep dive on Reddit of somebody who's bought every vacuum and spent a year vacuuming.
And I don't have time.
Mac does, if you ever need help, by the way.
Thank you.
He loves those.
We're coming at Jeff Bezos right now.
I just want to make sure you know where to go to get vacuum information.
Yeah, not Jeff Bezos. And I bet you Dua Lipa also has someone who does good vacuum recommendations.
Anyway, it's different when Jeff does it because he unbuilt a bridge and rebuilt it to get his yacht out, whereas Dua just uses the yachts that are already available in the middle of the sea.
I just think it's different because he's like actively destroying the climate regularly and like people's lives and being evil, and she's just having fun.
Yeah.
She's like having fun and learning. All she's ever doing is like having fun and then learning.
And eating good food and dancing. Anyway. Okay, so something else I want to talk about that I just learned today. So Georgie on TikTok, she is one of my favorite pop culture reporters. She does really interesting deep dives. I mean, I feel like I'm always recommending her here. She's from England and she does really interesting reporting. She was talking about, and I did not know this. Do you know who Callum Turner was dating? Not just before, but when he met Dua Lipa?
No.
Kylie Jenner's friend Victoria.
Oh.
Do you know that girl?
No, I have not kept up with any of Kylie's friends since Jordan.
Anyway, she does a podcast with, is it Stassi Baby? In it,
I won't learn them.
Okay. In it, she talks about dating a British actor that people believe to be Callum Turner, and about how when she was dating him, he was anti-paparazzi, he was anti-Met Gala. He said he would never go to the Met Gala because it was corny. He said that he would never date somebody who was famous. He would never date somebody who wanted to get paparazzi'd. He like hated all of that. It was so beneath him.
Boys lie. They shouldn't put that on a sweatshirt.
And then she was at a dinner with him in London where he met the girl he's currently engaged to, Dua Lipa. I will say, how do you think you would feel if you got left for Dua Lipa? Kind of like
fair game.
Yeah. Do you think you would find it comforting to be like, I was beat by somebody who is all out better?
Yeah. I feel like when I have an ex, I don't have that many exes that I've like really liked. I feel like a lot of that has been circumstantial and I go, I don't know. I have one ex who like is married now to this girl who's amazing. And I'm like, yeah. And we want different things in our life. And like he wanted to like get married and have kids. And he got married and had kids with this like environmentalist. And I'm like, go off, king. I'm happy for you guys. But I feel like there are other exes of mine when they leave me for someone who like looks like shit. I'm like, well, I look like shit. Why wasn't I good enough?
But it's just so interesting that that's what his old persona was. And now he's like Mr. Paparazzo. They're always being snapped. Even their own welcome party was snapped.
I see how it's interesting. I also see how it doy, you know?
Yeah.
I feel like everyone doesn't want to go to the Met Gala until they're invited.
Yeah, but I do find it very interesting to be anti like fame whoring paparazzi and then date Kylie Jenner's best friend and assistant.
Exactly. That's why I think
so. It was like, yeah,
like he obviously like is social climbing and trying to be like,
yeah,
I don't even care about that stuff. I like you for your, I don't know, podcast.
That didn't exist, Beth.
I think men say stuff like that a lot where they're trying to kind of cover up for the part of themselves that they're a little bit ashamed of by just flat out lying about it. And not even just guys, girls do that all the time too. I feel like that's a very human thing to be like, I don't even like that stuff. I feel like there's a bunch of things in my life that I've been like, I don't even care about these things. And then when that world opens up to me, I'm like, how fun is that? I used to be like a Michelin star restaurant is the stupidest thing you could want to go to.
And then you met me, baby.
And now I'm like, well, how good is it when food tastes good? I love that about restaurants that are fancy.
Georgie does a great job, though, of like pulling clips of like the funniest paparazzi shots of Dua and Callum. And one of them is them dancing completely alone in front of the lit Eiffel Tower with like a full, like they're centered in cam and completely like unobstructed. Nobody even crosses in front of the camera. Like it really is.
I guess the problem is, unfortunately, he was embarrassed to be trying to make it as a serious actor and dating Kylie Jenner's friend.
But Dua Lipa made him a serious actor. He's like much more in the game now.
And why would you be embarrassed to be dating Dua Lipa?
No.
And not that I'm not saying you should be embarrassed to be dating the other girl.
No, but I mean, that was Georgie's point. Like, beware of the man who wants to keep his relationship private.
Yeah.
There are girls he'd be proud to be with.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think you should only date someone who's proud to want to be with you, or like, I don't know who. I think that's also another red flag is someone who lives their life in the don'ts and the won'ts and the negatives, because that is someone who I think is striving for something else and doesn't know how to define it yet, or is too embarrassed to define it to you. And
I do think that that's what Dua Lipa would do for me and change my life, is that she would give me the confidence and the hype to reach for the things I want and live in the positive.
Yeah.
And she wants everything and she got everything.
Yeah. She's proof that it's possible. And all you gotta have is an ass that won't quit. If your butt won't quit, neither will your heart.
Can I say, I don't even like hearing you say that because it's so much more than that.
I know.
It's all of it. You know what it is?
Huh?
It's having loving parents who want to make money off you.
Yeah.
It's like the Taylor Swift, the Beyonce. Like there's a type of family unit that had to have existed before you even entered the picture.
But I also think that there is just like a true discipline in herself, the way that she, like when she's laying on a yacht, she is reading literature.
And getting her photo taken.
Yeah.
And I saw her once at Tacombe with Callum Turner, and there was no paparazzi in sight, and it was just like kind of early in the morning, and I was like, we were just kind of sitting there. But she looked fully ready to go.
Yeah.
And I said, that's just me and Dua Lipa, is I'm never ready to go. Because I read too.
Yeah, but not like that. And not with enough sleep.
What? What are you talking about?
I've seen you reading and you're not wearing a bikini and you're not on a yacht.
Did you say not with enough sleep?
Yeah. She's getting 10 hours of sleep on a yacht and then putting on a bikini and reading. You have other responsibilities in this life.
I'm just sad because I do get like a fairly healthy amount of sleep. Anyway, okay. We didn't see any of the wedding itself, except for this is what I also find interesting is, so someone like did post photos of their wedding all set up before they got there. And it looked gorgeous. But again, I find that to be a very interesting move from them to be like, we're going to give you guys the nibbles of what we did. It's not completely under wraps. It gives it this like really cool girl casual air. Like there's something very chill and cool about being like, yeah, I don't know, whatever. This is the wedding. Like,
okay, so if you were setting up for Taylor Swift's MSG wedding, make sure she hears this and knows how fucking try hard she looks right now.
Obviously, I don't think she's getting married at Madison Square Garden, but isn't your first feeling of like, God, that's lame? Like it is so try hard to hide it. There is something so cool about it in this air of like the big reveals and the exposés later to just be like, yeah, here are some of the cute little details. And it was a lot of like handmade laces with their names and like a cute single flower. And it was really, I don't know, it looked, the way they did the flowers.
Oh, I saw the photo booth curtain.
That looked good. And there was like handmade fans for everybody.
Yeah.
That was really good. And then like the decor was just really like old world elegance, and that it's like this like daily charm. Like, you know what I mean? It wasn't too it looked so good. And the flowers were like insane, but organic. Like, or I guess all flowers were organic, but like very like natural looking and overgrown.
Yeah.
And then she had a third day pool party where she wore Chloe.
Yeah.
Custom Chloe.
Yeah, like a lace white thing over a white bikini.
Someone was like, she looks so hungover. And I was like, she really did, which made me laugh.
Yeah.
Good for her. That's why she's so cool. She looked fucking hungover, dude. And as she should. There was a creator called like Yogurt Bowl Lover who lives there in Palermo and was like doing like live videos of all the songs they were playing because she could hear the playlist.
Yeah.
And I think they partied till like 6:30. She's like, all right, I'm going to bed. But she's like, this DJ was great. It sounded like Mark Ronson in the background was like, celebrating love. He said it with his way he speaks. And she's like, he's playing like full songs, basically. Very few remixes, just like good, fun dance music. And she said she heard one Dua Lipa song. It was New Rules, but a remix.
That's fun. That's fun to play New Rules at your wedding. To be like, he followed the new rules.
Don't pick up the phone. I just want to credit where credit's due. She like lived up to her own fucking hype. I mean, I guess we haven't seen the real wedding dress yet. There's rumors that it was a Donatella Versace custom dress.
Donatella Versace.
With
Free My Palestine.
With Diamond.
Yeah, good for her. It comes from within.